A courtroom is a place where serious legal matters are resolved, but sometimes unexpected events can take place that leaves everyone shocked and surprised. From burping defendants to lawyers with cat filters, you never know what might happen in court. In this video, we'll take a look at the top 10 most unexpected sights and incidents that have occurred in courtrooms around the world. Get ready to be amazed and stunned by these surprising moments in court. Number 1. A man named David Chiselton was sentenced to 47 years in prison for charges related to arson and attempted murder in Ohio. During his sentencing hearing, Chiselton suddenly attacked his own lawyer, Aaron Brockler, in the middle of the hearing. He punched Brockler repeatedly in the head and continued to attack him, even as deputies rushed in to restrain him. The incident was captured on video and quickly went viral, shocking viewers around the world. Brockler suffered injuries to his face and head, but was able to recover from the attack. Chiselton was charged with assault for the attack on his lawyer and sentenced to an additional 6 years in prison. The incident highlights the potential dangers that lawyers and court personnel can face while working in the courtroom, and serves as a reminder for the need of safety protocols and security measures in the justice system. Number 2. In 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic, when virtual court hearings were becoming the norm, a Texas lawyer named Rod Ponton accidentally left a cat filter on his Zoom call during a court hearing. When he appeared on screen, he looked like a talking kitten, complete with large, expressive eyes and twitching whiskers. The incident quickly went viral, with people around the world finding humor in the unexpected sight of a lawyer appearing as a talking cat in court. Ponton himself took the incident in stride, saying in a statement that he was glad he could provide a moment of levity during a difficult time. However, the incident also served as a reminder of the potential pitfalls and technical difficulties that can arise when using virtual platforms for important legal proceedings. It underscored the need for lawyers and court officials to be familiar with the technology and to have backup plans in place in case of technical difficulties. Number 3. In 2019, a woman in Michigan made headlines when she was sentenced to jail for contempt of court after she refused to comply with a court order to vaccinate her child. The case sparked controversy and debate over the issue of vaccination and parental rights. The woman, who had been in a custody battle with her ex-husband over their child, and the court had ordered her to vaccinate the child according to the recommended schedule. However, the woman refused, citing personal beliefs and concerns over the safety and effectiveness of the vaccines. When she failed to comply with the court order, the judge held her in contempt of court and sentenced her to serve 7 days in jail. The woman ultimately complied with the order and vaccinated her child, but the case continued to draw attention and debate over the balance between parental rights and the government's interest in protecting public health. The incident highlighted the ongoing controversy and legal battles over vaccination policies and the potential consequences for parents who refuse to comply with court orders related to their children's health and well-being. Number 4. In 2014, a dramatic incident occurred during a murder trial in Utah when the defendant, Curtis Kruger, attempted to fire his own attorney in the middle of the trial, claiming that he was incompetent. Kruger was on trial for the murder of his wife, and his defense attorney had been presenting his case to the jury. However, during the trial, Kruger became dissatisfied with his attorney's performance and attempted to fire him. The judge overseeing the case questioned Kruger about his decision, and the defendant accused his attorney of not properly representing him and failing to investigate certain aspects of the case. The judge ultimately denied Kruger's request to fire his attorney and ordered him to continue with the trial. The incident highlighted the tension and difficulties that can arise between defendants and their attorneys during high-stakes legal proceedings. It also underscored the importance of effective communication and trust between attorneys and their clients, as well as the role of the judge in ensuring that legal proceedings are fair and just for all parties involved. Number 5. In 2016, Jacob Larson, a man in Michigan, was standing trial on charges of home invasion and resisting police when he was sentenced to jail for contempt of court. During his trial, Larson repeatedly interrupted the judge, telling her to shut up and get out of my face. He also insulted the prosecutor and accused the court of being corrupt. Larson's outbursts caused several delays in the trial, and the judge ultimately held him in contempt and sentenced him to 93 days in jail. Despite his disruptive behavior, Larson was found not guilty of the original charges. The incident serves as a reminder that courtroom decorum and respect for authority are essential in maintaining a fair and orderly justice system. Number 6. In 2018, an unexpected incident occurred during a sentence hearing for a drug conviction in Pennsylvania. As the judge was handing down the sentence of probation, the defendant suddenly jumped over the railing and attempted to escape from the courtroom. Court officers quickly apprehended the man and brought him back into custody. The incident caused a brief moment of chaos in the courtroom, with the judge and other court personnel stunned by the sudden outburst. The defendant was later charged with escape, in addition to the original drug charge. The incident highlights the unpredictable nature of court proceedings and the need for court personnel to always be prepared for unexpected situations. Number 7. Charles Burden was attending a court hearing in a Florida courtroom when he let out a loud belch, interrupting the proceedings. The judge, irritated by the disruption, asked Burden to apologize, but he refused. The judge then held him in contempt of court and sentenced him to 24 hours in jail. Burden's behavior was seen as disrespectful and disruptive to the proceedings of the court. The judge had the authority to hold him in contempt, which is a legal term used to describe behavior that obstructs or disrespects the court's authority. While it may seem like a minor incident, it's important to remember that courtrooms are places of order and decorum, and disruptive behavior can lead to serious consequences. Number 8. Representing oneself in a court of law is a right afforded to all citizens in many countries, including the United States. However, it's not uncommon for individuals to underestimate the complexities of the legal system and skills required to mount a successful defense. In 2017, a defendant in a trial in Utah attempted to represent himself in court and quickly found himself in over his head. The defendant, who had no legal training or experience, argued with the judge about his legal rights and the rules of the court, causing the trial to come to a halt. The judge attempted to explain the legal procedures and the defendant's opinions, but the defendant remained defiant, leading the judge to ultimately appoint an attorney to represent him. The incident highlights the importance of seeking qualified legal counsel when facing criminal charges and the risks associated with attempting to represent oneself in court. Number 9. In 2018, a woman in Arizona named Brenda Sanchez Andrade was sentenced to 10 days in jail in contempt of court after she repeatedly refused to stop sending text messages during a court hearing. The judge had warned Sanchez Andrade several times to put her phone away and pay attention to the proceedings, but she continued to text, causing a disruption in the courtroom. Sanchez Andrade claimed that she was texting her sister, who was taking care of her children while she was in court, but the judge did not accept this as a valid excuse for her behavior. He noted that Sanchez Andrade's behavior showed disrespect for the court and the legal process, and that she was interfering with the administration of justice. Sanchez Andrade was taken into custody immediately after the hearing and served her 10-day sentence in jail. Her case serves as a reminder that it is important to show respect for the court and the legal process, and that disruptive behavior in the courtroom can have serious consequences. Number 10. In 2019, a man in Louisiana was sentenced to jail for contempt of court after he loudly snored during a court hearing. The man, identified as 49-year-old Barrett Connor, was in court for a bond hearing on charges of driving while intoxicated and possession of drug paraphernalia. However, the proceedings were interrupted by his loud snoring, which could be heard throughout the courtroom. Despite the judge's repeated attempts to wake him up, Connor remained asleep and snoring loudly. Eventually, the judge ordered him to be taken into custody for contempt of court, as his snoring was preventing the proceedings from continuing. It's unclear if Connor ever woke up during the court hearing or if he was able to post bail after being sentenced to jail for contempt of court. We hope that you enjoyed this compilation of unexpected incidents in courtrooms. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting content like this. Have you witnessed any unexpected incidents in a courtroom before? Share your experiences in the comments below, and remember to stay tuned for more captivating videos from our channel.